So Algorand has crashed by almost 20%, and you can see that we ended up tapping into the Z-Wave target that I've been talking about previously, between 16.09 cents to 16.93 cents. And the interesting thing is there is potential for us to go even deeper, given the fact that what we are forming right now is an impulsive move within this structure. And what you can't have within a Z-Wave is a 5-wave move, and the Z-Wave needs to be made up of a corrective move, so essentially a double XY structure. And the reason why we don't have a double XY structure is because that Y wave extended beyond the typical requirements. So if I zoom in and use the Fib tool, and what we have is 19.51 cents. So if I bring that down to over here, the Y wave would typically retrace between the 1 to 1.236 retracement level, so anywhere between 17.29 cents to 17.7 cents. But as you can see, we ended up going even deeper. And so it looks like what we are forming right now is a 5-wave move, where Algo is within the third wave, and we could see Algo reach that 1.618 retracement level, which sits at 16.66 cents, and we could potentially go even deeper than this target. And so should that be the case, what we could see is, if I go back to the daily chart, what we could have forming is a bigger WXYXZ structure, where this is the W wave, and then we have an X wave, followed by a Y wave, X wave, and then a Z wave to the downside, where we can actually break this strong low that's been signaled on Smart Money Concept, which sits at, if I just mark that out, 14.6 cents. And so we could go deeper than 14.6 cents. And that Z wave would typically be a 1 to 1.226 retracement of the W wave. So if I use the Fib tool once again, and if I mark out this local top, and that sits at 25.95 cents. So if I move that to 25.95 cents, so you can see that Algo has the potential to reach anywhere between, we'll call it 10 cents if we round it up to 12 cents. So anywhere within this region here. Now you can see that on the stochastic RSI, the bears still have the momentum, and we have, of course, seen a reflection of that on the price chart, given the fact that we tapped into this region here. And so, given the fact that we are almost reaching the oversold conditions, ideally, I'd like Algo to actually continue to hover over the local low at 14 cents, and as a result of that, then it's possible that the WXY XZ structure is in play, but essentially what we ended up seeing was the Y wave extended beyond the typical requirements, which can happen from time to time. But as things stand at the moment, it is looking like what we are forming is an impulsive move. And on the hourly chart, what you can see also is that we are reaching the overbought conditions, and so the bears could continue to regain control of the market and drive the price of Algo down to lower lows. And again, that's reflected by the fact that I am looking at for this 5-wave move to play out. And it looks like Algo is still within the third wave, and we can see this local low be broken to complete that third wave, and then we see a small bounce to the upside to complete the fourth wave, followed by a final push to the downside to complete the fifth wave. And you can also see that on the move to the downside, we ended up seeing this local low at 17.72 cents get broken, resulting in a change of character, further confirming that we are on a bearish trend as things stand right now. And of course, that's not even mentioning the fact that the 50 EMA crossed the 200 EMA, also known as a death cross, again, further confirming that we are on a bearish trend. So if I go in the 4-hour chart, what you can see is that we are within the oversold conditions. And so ideally, I'd like to see the bulls again regain control of the market. And should that be the case, then the next key target that I will be looking at for would be the 50 EMA, which currently, during the time of recording, sits at 19.42 cents. And if we do so, then I'd like Algo to find support at that level and see a bounce to the upside. And should that be the case, then that will then further confirm that the bottom is set at around 16 cents. And then we could see a potential continuation to the upside, where we then break this local high at around 25.95 cents. And so, yeah, that's just my update on Algorand. Hopefully you found it useful. And if you did, then feel free to hit that like button. And if you're new, feel free to subscribe. Take it easy, people. Peace.